Hello. I'm trying a different angle today. My phone is now attached to my rear view mirror. I thought that would be great because I can actually angle it and stuff. I'm hoping that it doesn't affect the audio too much. I hope it's not too far away for the mic. But anyway, today's video is about why you should make a YouTube channel if you're neurodivergent. So here's the thing. Neurodivergent people, especially those of us with autism and ADHD, are really struggling to maintain jobs in today's world. It's really difficult for us to find the accommodations we need and to find jobs that don't just absolutely drive us insane. And the work culture and the housing market and all of everything going on in today's world just makes it really, really difficult for us to make money. I know that firsthand because my difficulties with my neurodivergence and my mental health have led to me eventually being unemployed and homeless. And that's where I'm at now. I live in my car. I'm trying to fundraise for a van so I can improve my housing situation a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm doing this YouTube thing in an attempt to try to earn a little bit of money. So reason number one to start a YouTube channel if you're neurodivergent is that it could actually bring you some money, and it might be the only sustainable way long term to bring you some money. With YouTube, Twitch, or any similar content creation platform, you're going to have the opportunity to manage your own time, your own social interactions, and your own workload, which means you're going to have more energy to put into the projects that you're actually passionate about. If you have any creative energy whatsoever, you can capitalize on that and put it on YouTube. Even with very little resources, you can start to gain subscribers and get picked up by the algorithm right now. I'm doing this on just a phone, just my phone and an internet connection and some free apps and free resources, and I already have over 100 subscribers. So hello, thank you for helping me reach 100 subs. Hello to all 120 plus of you that I have so far. The reason for this is that YouTube is actually boosting small and new channels right now. I don't know why exactly this is their strategy at the moment, but right now, this year of 2024 is the best year to start a new channel if you're trying to get some actual subscribers. So you get to express yourself in a creative, social way without the pressures of in-person interactions with people. You're not going to have any coworkers really that you are forced to work with and get along with. You're not going to really have a boss to answer to or a manager or anything like that. You will unfortunately have to be your own boss and of course manage your own time. But if you can cultivate those skills in a way that works for you, maybe work with your therapist, work with your support systems to find a way to manage your time properly so that you can actually be healthy and do work and be productive and get your creations out there for people to enjoy. You have something valuable to bring to the table. Even if you're not quite sure what it is yet, your audience will tell you eventually what they find valuable. And this is the other thing, you will start to get words of encouragement and support from your subs and from the people following you. Because as messed up as the internet is, there are really kind people out there. And when you start interacting with large amounts of people on the internet, you start to see trends happening and you can start to sort of predict how people will respond to certain things. So now whenever I get a hate comment, I pretty much know that somebody is going to jump in and defend me and I don't have to do it myself. I can see that hate comment and think, well, that person is just wrong, and somebody else is going to come in and be nice and correct them and defend me for me. So people will eventually, you'll get some intrinsic support just for having followers. Now, of course, this is a parasocial relationship, and managing that kind of relationship is going to be another skill that you have to cultivate to be successful, even a little bit on a platform like this. But if it's something that you think you can do, I think parasocial relationships are actually fantastic for people that have social difficulties when it comes to one-on-one relationships. Because at least in my experience, having sort of time to think about how I'm going to respond to comments really helps. I mean, that's a strength of my communication style on the internet in general, is that I have time to think about what I'm going to say. And when it comes to my comments, there's also sort of a separation from the people that are making these comments. Of course, I appreciate the nice comments, and I appreciate every comment that I get for boosting me in the algorithm. But since every single one of my followers and subscribers is pretty much a stranger to me, there is sort of a separation, right? There's a barrier of separation that really helps take the pressure off of the interaction for me. So if you're the type of person that feels a lot of pressure in social interactions, especially one-on-one, especially in person with coworkers, with your boss and managers and things like that, then having this parasocial relationship could actually be a lot smoother for you, depending on the type of person that you are. If you're neurodivergent, though, you probably already understand how the internet works because you probably grew up on the internet. Even if you didn't, you might find the internet to be a comfortable place to be. I always say my natural habitat is the internet. Really, my natural habitat is Tumblr because that's the website I've always spent the most time on. You know, like, it's if the internet is an ecosystem, then I'm sticking to my niche and I'm avoiding the mess that is Twitter and Facebook and all those other websites. But, you know, I have spent a lot of time on the internet ever since I could remember, and so I sort of understand the ins and outs of how to interact socially on the internet. Now keep in mind, it's probably not going to be a lot of money at first. I haven't even actually made any money off of YouTube so far. I'm hoping that when I can get memberships, I'll get a few donations here and there, and I'm hoping that eventually I'll be able to run ads, and I'm hoping people will eventually join my Patreon as well. And I'm hoping to get sort of an income stream from multiple places. I personally don't need a whole lot of money because I'm going to be living a fairly minimal lifestyle where I'm not going to need a ton of income. However, I expect that eventually the channel will grow to the point where I have expendable income. So it's not like a job where you just start doing it and you start getting paid right away. This is kind of a commitment that you have to do over a long period of time. I've personally decided to commit to this because I've tried a whole bunch of other jobs and other opportunities and avenues that have been presented to me, tried everything available to me, and it really seems like this might be the only sustainable thing that I can do. The other thing, which is kind of a sticking point for me, is that the internet, and especially YouTube, loves a niche. So it could get a little boring if you get stuck in a niche. However, if you like doing the same thing over and over again, then this should be really easy for you. For me, I don't really want to get stuck doing one particular thing. I will probably be doing a variety of things for my own entertainment to keep myself sane, and also for my audience's benefit. So hopefully with my channel there will be something that is of value to you, whether it's gaming or video essays or stories or van builds or whatever else I end up doing. And I'm hoping that will work. If it doesn't, then I might need to find a niche. And for me, if I had to pretty much produce the same type of content and the same style of content repeatedly and consistently, that would eventually probably burn me out, which is why I would like to try to do the variety option first. Because if I get stuck in a niche, it's going to end up feeling more like a regular old job than some fun creative project that I happen to be getting paid for. So why am I only starting this now? Well, in the past, I always kind of wanted to do this for pretty much as long as I can remember, at least into my teens. I thought, I could do something on the internet. I could make money on the internet somehow, whether I become a YouTuber, content creator, Twitch streamer, pro gamer, whatever I do, I know the internet, that's my natural habitat, and that's probably the place where I'm going to get the most money, right? Or where I have the best opportunity to make money. But throughout my life, nobody in my life really supported that idea. It's the classic, people really thought I was just saying I wanted to be a YouTuber without putting in the necessary work. And, people would say that's an oversaturated market, you don't have the skills for that, you're gonna have to learn editing, you're gonna have to pay for expensive cameras, etc., etc. And you could never be on the level of these super successful channels that have millions and millions of subs. But the thing is, you don't need millions and millions of subs to make money on YouTube. You don't even need 100,000 subs. You can get 50,000 subs, and that would probably be enough with memberships and Patreon and ad money for me to live sustainably. You don't need a ton of subs, right? If it happens, it happens, but that's completely not necessary. So generally people didn't believe in me, and they would end up sabotaging me, especially my parents. For example, kicked me out of the house before I had the opportunity to explore any of those internet avenues, and basically said, join the military, go to college, or get a job, because you're not going to be able to stay here. I remember actually I was working when Overwatch, the original Overwatch game, was popular. I was working with a team to compete on a professional level, and we were really good. And we were in fact about to join a tournament that had real prize money. I could have had about $2,000 if my dad had given me a month to continue training and join this tournament. But he simply refused to understand my explanation that this is a legitimate way to earn money, and he turned the Wi-Fi off and disconnected me from my team. So I was unable to pursue that route. That kind of thing has been happening to me my entire life, to the point where I internalized the idea that if I can't live life the normal way, I just can't do it. And all of these people I see on YouTube making money with alternative ways, they're just special and they're just different, and I could never be like them. So I lacked the confidence, and I was in this cycle of people sabotaging me. Furthermore, it also wasn't the right time for the algorithm. Like I said before, right now, YouTube is pushing new creators. In the past, it would have actually legitimately been really difficult for me to gain subs so quickly. But within about a month, I already have over 100 subs. And that's only possible without doing anything special to capture the algorithm. That's only possible because YouTube is pushing new creators and smaller channels, recommending our videos to people randomly. You might have noticed this, where on your algorithm feed, you will randomly get a video that has like less than 1,000 views, and the channel has like less than 10k subs. In fact, maybe that's how you found my channel, in which case, hello, welcome, I'm glad to have you here. So that's it, that's the idea, right? That's why I'm doing this, and that's why I encourage you to do it as well if you're struggling to make money in any other way. YouTube is boosting the new channels right now. If you understand the internet already, then you've already got a head start in the culture aspect of it. You're going to be able to manage your own time, your own workload, and express yourself and be creative and do the projects that are passionate for you, and also show them off for other people to see. You're going to cultivate a community of people that will support you, even through the hate comments and even through the negative comments that you may get. People will come to your defense. There are people that will watch your journey through life and support you and give you words of encouragement. And it may simply just be a job that is sustainable for you long term when nothing else has really worked. So if you could handle, the initial work to put into it to gain an audience and work without money at first, if you can handle these unique social pressures in relation to the parasocial aspect of it, if you can handle having negative comments every once in a while, and if you're not too worried about getting stuck in a boring niche, then maybe this is a route that you could take. At the very least, even if you're not looking to earn any money off of YouTube, it could be a great way to, have that old school YouTube feel and maintain a journal of sorts, or just talk through your feelings and have people come and support you. Personally, for me, telling stories on my channel has been pretty therapeutic for me. It's nice to sort of go over these stories in a sort of a public forum and have people, say, wow, that really sucked, or like, I've been through something similar, right? That's the value of posting things and posting your personal experiences on the internet, is that it can help you and other people relate and understand that they're not alone. So that's it. I encourage you to consider it. You don't need anything fancy to start with. Like I said, I'm literally just doing this with my phone. I live in a car, I'm homeless, and somehow I'm making videos that are worth watching for at least some people. So if you like the video, please consider giving it a like. Please consider subbing to the channel if you're not already. I am homeless, I live in my car, I'm fundraising for a van. Once I purchase the van, which is going to be pretty soon, I'm shopping for it right now. And once I purchase it, I'm going to be building out the back to put in a bed and a kitchen and a shower and everything I need to turn it into my home. So hopefully I won't be homeless anymore. And at that point, I'll be able to make even better videos. Plus, I'll be posting the build process on my channel, so sub if you'd like to keep up with that. There will be a link to my van fundraiser in the video description, as well as my Patreon and a couple places where you can support me directly. So I don't have an income right now. This YouTube thing is my attempt to earn an income after everything else has failed. So please, if you enjoyed the video, please consider supporting me in some way. And again, start making videos if you can. It's, you know, it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. Just talk into the camera about whatever's on your mind. Do some minor editing, or don't do any editing at all if you don't want to. I'm only editing these videos because I'm planning on making more elaborate videos in the future, and I want to practice my editing skills. But you absolutely don't need to edit anything. There's plenty of quality videos out there that are literally just a person speaking their mind into a camera, and they get tons of views. If you have something creative to provide, if you have animation skills or drawing skills, and you can add that to your videos. If you can make music, add that to your videos. You know, just put yourself out there on the internet and be confident as you can be, and you will attract the right people. You will attract an audience, and hopefully eventually you can turn it into a sustainable job if that's your goal. Okay, I hope this has been encouraging. Thank you so much for watching, and have a peaceful day.